Okay, hopefully that worked. Okay, I did some more work while I was futzing with everything. So I actually sewed all the way down his nose, up his nose, around his head, joined the two darts together, and basically I'm going to take it all the way down here, and I found where the tail is going to be, which you can't see because I didn't. Okay, the thing looks like the thing from the ring. Okay, so the tail is down here, is marked with a T. Can you see it? Yeah, there it is. It's right here. So I'm going to keep working my way down the back here. Change it to. Turn this off. Okay. I'm not dealing with fake dog here. I took real dog for a walk, so it's good that I had a little break. It's good for her that I had a little break. So you can see how these little registration marks, when it's set up like this, it's super easy to keep things in line, or at least easier. I don't know if it's easy. And I want to tie this off every inch or so. So I wonder what day of the week would be good, or days of the week, if I'm going to do these two-day puppet things. I was thinking maybe Wednesday, Thursdays. Maybe I should split it up where we do it Wednesday all day, take a day off, do all day Friday. I'd like to use it as a time to finish up some of these projects and do some stuff that I actually want to do. Maybe build some commissions. Who knows? So. I was thinking maybe I would do something where I do like a commission, maybe not as a 2-day, but just kind of in progress. It's something I can actually show you guys. But then do a 2-day puppet build of something I want to do. Like there's a lot of little projects I'd love to do. And then maybe have it alternated with picking up some project I started and never finished. Try and do like finish Puppet Friday or something like that. If you have any ideas for things you'd like to see me finish. I know number 5 is at the top of the list for a lot of people. I also think I'd like to do some more like tips on how to build different things. When I get a little bit more comfortable on camera, maybe I'll do those. See, it goes pretty fast once you get kind of a rhythm going on these things. Oh, it'd be even better if you could see something. It's so tough working with fur from the front because you're always catching it in the thread, and it shows the seam so much when you get the fur caught in there. So doing it from the back like this is really helpful, at least on big stretches of it. I am going to have to sew it from the front on the lower jaw, but for the most part, I can get just about everything done from the back here. I'm kind of getting antsy. I want to see how this looks from the front. I want to see if it actually looks halfway decent, or if I'm going to have to cut out all these seams and do it again. See, if as long as you get these little registration marks lined up, you'll know that it's going to be straight, which I have a harder time with machine sewing because of that. Although I haven't tried the walking foot with the with fur yet, so it may not be as big of an issue. Well, I got a phone call. I gotta get. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hi. Sorry, I couldn't find my phone. It was somewhere in the apartment. Okay. 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 Sounds good. Awesome. Okay. All right. Hey, bye. No, I just want to make sure. Actually, I don't know what I was going to say. Never mind. Oh, I know what I was going to. I know what I was going to ask. I was going to ask if I need to come into sign in person as well. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. I'll do that today. Great. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Okay. Well, I guess I because I have to edit that out before I thought I had canceled it. Um, yeah, so turns out my old phone that I'm using as a second camera was still attached to my phone. So I got a phone call on the camera I was recording with. So the nice thing about this body is it will fit dog clothes because I modeled it after my own dog who can wear dog clothes. So that's one of the cool things about this particular puppet. Provided you have a dog that is the size of an Italian Greyhound. Okay, so I have almost gotten down to the bottom where the tail is put on. I think when I did Eddie's tail originally, it was too high and I ended up moving it. So I'll have to make sure I do that with this one. All right, now. It's like Dr. Zoidberg. So I'm not going to sew up this part here in the lower jaw. Oops. I'm going to start down here. Boy, it's tight. I may have to move things around a little bit, make it fit a little bit better. Okay. See, I got to figure out how to get Restream working so I can kind of start doing these on the various platforms. Okay. See, I kind of think, you know what? So I was having trouble with this stand, not being able to position the head the way I want it. So I'm gonna just take a piece of wire, gaff tape it to the stand. I may need a little bit more substantial wire than this. There we go. So much of puppet building is just figuring out how to do little things that all add up to a big thing. It's like you're always having to solve problems as you go along with these builds. And the more little tricks that you have, the better off you are. So it's better to learn a bunch of different ways to do how a bunch of different people work, and then kind of figure out the way you work from that, rather than just thinking there's a one way to do everything. Tell you what, when you catch this fur in the thread here, it can really do some damage to your stitching. I think maybe Eddie's body was had a little bit more stretch to it, the fur. Well, it's fitting. It's not fitting real well. I wonder if there's a way to set up a chime on the um, notifications that people are writing stuff in the comments. So the only thing I can do is keep looking up to see if somebody said anything. Oh. Oh. Well, stab myself. I'd worry that I get demonetized, but I don't think I haven't. I definitely don't have the viewership yet to worry about that. See, what I'll do eventually, when I get to the bottom of this, after I turn it, I can sew the lining bottom to the fur bottom, and then that way I don't have to worry about the fur or the body slipping anymore. But you want to have enough slack in there so that you don't restrict the neck movement. So that's kind of what that the jersey mesh tube was for, is to kind of help restrict it, help keep enough slack there, and also give me something to pattern to at the neck, since the neck really is just your arm. I see that in a lot of beginning puppets, is trying to pattern the neck as foam, which really, when you're designing, that's one thing you really need to think about, is where the joints are in the puppeteer's arm, and how you can use those to your advantage when building. Okay. I'm almost done with this part, so that's good. I'm going to do down to the bottom here, and then I can turn it. So Max the dog is actually a real dog that I'm trying to match. So I'm going to have to shave his muzzle, I think. Let's see how when it turns, what it looks like. But I got this really cool pet trimmer, which I guess this is close to as close to trimming a pet as it's going to be. Um, that makes it's almost like a Flowbee. It's super easy to trim fur and not have it get all over the place. So I'll do that as one of the upcoming videos. I don't think it'll be this one, but because I gotta glue his muzzle on first. The only places I usually glue are right around the lips, unless there's a real low point. Like I might have to glue between his eyes to get those to sit down on that undercut there. But for the most, I mean, there's kind of this tendency to over glue when you're first starting out. Like you spray adhesive to do all the, glue it to the foam, and it just really isn't necessary. And I think it restricts the movement more than it helps. I did some bang ups. That's not too bad. Okay, get to the bottom of this. Aren't you glad I took that little break and sewed up some of the midpoint of the nose so you don't have to watch all of it? Now, I worry that if I close this up at the bottom, I'm not going to be able to get it on the right way. But my recollection of Eddie was that I was able to do it. So we'll see. I think I built Eddie. I built it in my last apartment. I've been here 3 years. So at least 3 years ago, I built him. So close to finishing this seam. Hopefully I won't run out of thread by the time I get to the bottom here. Tell you what I'm most impressed with is that these, because there's no stretch, it's all lining up really easily. I mean, it makes it harder in other ways, but it's so like easy to sew in a lot of ways. I think I'll tie it off right here, even though I'm a little shy of the end because I'm not sure how long this needs to be. Okay. Okay, now I can turn it. So let's. If I can get it out of here. Is it still tied up? Oh, it's still pinned. Still pinned all over the place here. Pin there. Okay. Ah, okay. It's getting getting pretty hairy in here. Okay, so he looks like a sheepdog now. So that'll get glued down there. I'm going to shave the muzzle. I'm going to, I think, put a little glue behind the eyes here. Tell you what, though, I'm going to have to blow my nose at some point. The tail more or less lines up, which is great. I have the, where's the, so this is the actual dog. You can kind of see once I comb this out and trim the muzzle, I think it's going to really work. But as you can see, you can't see that seam at all. It's because of the way because of the fabric and also the way that I sewed it from the inside. There's a dart right here, and there's a seam that runs all the way down the back. So I think the next time I'm gonna glue, and I'll finish up this seam, do the ladder stitch on this lower jaw here. You can start to see how that black line is gonna work in there. I'll probably make the nose next time too. Oh my God. Just trying to see what it would look like with. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna head out now, but oh my God, all those furs everywhere. I'm gonna clean up in here, and I might hop on again tonight to glue this mouth. If not, I'll be on tomorrow.